Hey, my name's Joel, and in this video, we're gonna take a look at this brand new lawnmower from Litheli. It's called the Easy Surge. It's a 2x20 volt battery operated powerhouse that's self-propelled, has an 18.5-inch deck. It's got futuristic design and all kinds of cool gadgetry. So let's unbox it together, see if it's worth buying, and see how it works on this overgrown yard. Okay, so first things first, let's open this up and get it unboxed here. On the very top, we've got the bag. This catches all of your clippings. We'll set that aside. Got our instructions with our power charging cable inside there. I see that. That'll be important as well. Oh, then the futuristic lawnmower handle reveals itself. We're just getting rid of all the wrapping here. A couple other boxes. I'm sure these have batteries in them. Let's check it out. Yep, these are our two 20-volt batteries. Set those aside for a moment. This box here has got, let's see, what's it got? Aha, this is our battery charger. This is something I've not seen with the other Litheli products. It is a quick charge battery charger that mounts right in there. We'll take a look at that in just a few minutes as well. And then we've got the lawnmower unit itself. That to me just looks futuristic. As a Tesla owner, I'm just reminded of the design of the Tesla as I look at this. Pretty neat. Not all that heavy. Get it out of there, set it down. Let's clean up our mess here. So this is everything that was inside the box. Like I mentioned, this is your battery charger and the cable that goes into your wall outlet. It also comes with two USB-C cords if you want to just charge these individually. These batteries do have USB-C outs on the back. And they will mount into this charger like this and charge together. These are 4 amp hour, 20,000 milliamp batteries. They have a really cool indicator across the front. Check that out. It looks like the lawnmower pretty much comes assembled. Unlike their other lawnmowers that you had to put the handle together, this is already connected. There's simply a quick lock right here. Once you put your desired, let's call it your desired angle in there. Yeah, and lock it down. This top handle simply has a hole. You pull it all the way up to that hole and clip in. That locks and opens right there. But this portion is the only adjustable portion. So you can take this off, you can adjust your angle, and then lock it back down to make sure you like where it is. There's a bar for this discharge basket that you need to basically pull out and attach your basket to so it doesn't flop around. See, this connects to your bar like this. So make sure you pull the bar down, connect your bag to that bar so that your discharge bag is nice and firm when you start to mow. And if you're going to use your discharge bag, you simply have to remove this section of the lawnmower. And I like that all you have to do is press here and it lifts up. In other Litheli mowers, you had to unscrew some things on the bottom, but you can lock it down in and it clips in place so it won't go anywhere if you're mulching. But then if you're removing, just simply push down on this little tab here and remove it from the back of the mower. All right, so let's install our batteries and get things started. All you need to do is open this bin here, pull on the front, and insert your batteries. They only go in one way. You can't put them in incorrectly. See, they won't go down. Put them in, snap them down. Second one in, snap them down. And if you want to remove them, just hit the unlock button. They come up and out. It comes with 2 batteries, but you have room for 4. So if you want to expand your capacity to longer mow times, run times, then just buy yourself 2 more of the U20 batteries. And what makes Easy Surge different than other lawnmowers is this handlebar right here. So if you press power, you'll see just how much it's got going on. On the right side, you can adjust the miles per hour all the way up to 2.9. Okay, so on this side, you can adjust the height of the cutting deck. It's set on 1, and it's got a couple twists before it moves up to the next level, but it's electronic. So go take a look at the wheels while I turn these. We're currently on level 2 now. Watch what happens with a couple turns to go to level 3, level 4, level 5, and now level 6. It's all electronic, so you can set it right up here on the handlebars. That's really cool. It's the first push mower I've ever seen that works like that. Now, come around and take a look at these different buttons on here. These paddles right here are simply for the self-propulsion. So we can hold these and the mower wants to go. But this right here is what controls your blade. So you would press in and then pull the handlebars back, and it starts your blade. All right, so now that we know how it works, we've got it all put together, let's go ahead and put it to the test. We've got some overgrown grass right here in the backyard. We're gonna put it on level 5 for right now, kind of start high and go low. I'm gonna put the self-propulsion down to 1.7, pretty close to the middle. 1.5 would be the middle, and we'll just see how it cuts. Here we go. All right, so after a couple of passes, I realized that 1.7 is too slow. I want it to go faster. I'm gonna crank it all the way up to 2.5, but I like level 5. Look at how high level 5 is. It's not very high at all. That's lower than I would typically cut my lawn, so I would say start higher and go lower. I might even want level 6 when I get going if you want a longer lawn, but if you were down at 1, 2, or 3, that's gonna be a pretty low set. That is way faster. .5 is pretty fast. All right, so we've been mowing for about 15 minutes here, and we've got this nice rectangle in the yard. I think overall, the Easy Surge did a fantastic job cutting. I think its power was evident. It never bogged. We never had to stop or do anything funny. It just did what it was supposed to do, and it was easy because it was self-propelled. The self-propulsion motor is really strong. I would say don't go above like 2 or 2.2 miles per hour. When I was trying to cut all the way at 2.9, I found that it wasn't cutting the grass fully. So make sure you don't go too fast on something with a lot of power like this. Make sure you go slow enough for it to cut your grass. Obviously, the lower your grass is, the better it's going to cut it at a faster speed. I think that this handlebar right here is maybe the MVP of this mower. The adjustments, I have mine set at 55 degrees. That feels just right for me. I'm 6 foot tall. If you're shorter, maybe the 45-degree angle, but I think 55 degrees is perfect. It's really maneuverable. What I found a little clunky was turning and maneuvering with this self-propulsion, because there's no way to pull the mower back and adjust. And when you want to turn, you kind of have to tip the mower back. It wants to keep going. And there's just no way to really make a good turn with it. So it's going to be really great for straight stretches. Small yards with more corners are going to be tougher with a self-propelled mower. So just keep that in mind. The other thing that I think could be improved is this catcher bag design, the discharge bag. I personally mow without it. I don't collect my grass. I mow like this. I mulch it up and just let it go underneath. But I've got another Litheli mower, and the discharge bag connects a lot more securely. The way this one hangs on the top, just kind of like this and relies on this top section here to hold it in place. I don't like that. In fact, when we had a lot of grass on here, one side of the bag wanted to kind of tilt off and come off there. So I wish this was stronger. I wish the connection point was a little bit better, but I don't see that as a huge problem because I honestly don't plan to use that. I'm just gonna discharge my grass clippings back into the yard and let it mulch up on its own. So if you're gonna be bagging it, just realize you need to empty your bag a lot more often because this can't handle a lot of weight with this design. Now, I also noticed that when I let go of the self-propulsion buttons and wanted to restart, it takes a couple seconds for the mower to get going. So when I press one, see, it almost takes 2 seconds for it to get going again. I wish that was a little more immediate. So again, press, and then it goes. So no, there is a lag in that self-propulsion. You want to do everything you can to keep that on so you don't have that lag in between turns and stops. Let's do some mowing without the discharge bag on the backside. That's how I'm going to use it. I'll raise it up to level 6 and see how well it does mulching the grass up underneath without a bag to discharge into. And now that I'm mowing in a part of the yard that's more angular and has more curves, I noticed that because of the self-propulsion, this has a harder time with big curves and movement. It mows much better in a straight line. It's just harder to force it to turn because the wheels want to go evenly at the same speed. So keep in mind, like most mowers, it's going to mow best in a straight line, but the more curve you have, the more elbow grease you have to put into it. But thankfully, this handle makes it more maneuverable than a standard lawnmower that just has a bar across the top. So now that we've done over a half an hour of mowing, I'm good and sweaty, but you can tell even without the discharge bag, it did a really good job on this similar length lawn. We were still on level number 5, and it did a great job mulching up the grass. It's got a lot of great power. It never once bogged down, never once stopped or gave me any issues. So I really think it's a powerful, well-designed mower that is going to serve you well. The only difficulty is in these tight corners. You kind of either have to let off the self-drive or you need to lift it up so the back wheels come off, which can be harder for small people or maybe a little dangerous. But overall, I think for a self-propelled mower, it's got more features than anything I've ever seen. It's got lots of great tech and it does a good job. That's all that really matters. How well does it do cutting your grass? When you're ready to store, all you have to do is pull this center handle. It'll come down, unlock this one connection, and it folds all the way forward like this. You can lock the handle down, and then look at this, pick it all up. I mean, this is such a beautiful way to store a mower. You could store it vertically, you could store it horizontally, you know, stand it up against a wall like this. But any way you slice it, this is much easier to store in a garage than a regular lawnmower, and it's easier to transport because you can just pick it up and carry it back. And also, if you want to leave the handle up, you can pick it up from this handle right here in the middle. It's balanced and you can easily put it different places, store it like this, but it's light enough that you can pick it up whether the handle is up or down. So my summary for the Easy Surge from Litheli, I really like how powerful it is, how well it cuts, and all the electronics on it. This is probably going to be my weekly mower for the small portions of my yard because it's thus far my favorite push mower from Litheli and all the other brands I've tested this summer. The one thing that I think could be improved is the discharge bag, but as you've seen, if you don't use the discharge bag, that's not really an issue. I think the self-propulsion is great. It's got a nice nice construction, a nice design. It's easy to store. And with the expandable 20-volt system, you have 2 batteries from them. You can add 2 more. It's gonna run a long time. And I really like that charger too. So as always, thanks for watching. Hope you found this review helpful. If you did, leave me a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next video.